And I'm here with you every day as we explore this journey. We're on a journey together. Here's the interesting thing, that we're all on the same journey. We seem to believe that the same things are happening all around us and that we're all sharing the same experience. And what I've come to understand is nothing can be further from the truth. Each of us is having a completely unique experience. There are no experiences that I'm having that you're having. You have a different twist on everything. There's an impact on you different than me. We are looking at it through different eyes because we've all been given the ability to be unique. We've given the ability to be unique because we perceive things differently, because we've had different experiences. Those experiences mold how we look at life. And because we look at life differently, we automatically, because we're pretty shallow about this, we automatically think that everyone's having what we're having. Everyone sees what we see. Everyone's going through what we're going through. Nothing could be further from the truth. We are all totally experiencing completely different things. And because we think everyone sees it the way we do, we believe that we must be right. And if they don't appear to see it the way we do, they must be wrong. Are they crazy? Are they nuts? Everyone has a different level of awareness, have a different perspective of awareness. It's all different. It's like we're coming at it from different times, different places, different colors, different feelings, different sensations. Our perspectives are so unique and they make us who we are. You don't want to give up your perspectives. It's what makes you unique. It makes you special. But yet at the same time, we're trying to get our kids to see it the way we do, our spouses to see it the way we do, our parents to see it the way we do. We're trying to get people around us to see it the way we do. Why are we wasting so much energy when no matter what we do, it won't make a bit of difference? The only difference that we can make is how we focus on our own life and our own perspective and how we deal with what we perceive. That's why the Buddha and the Buddhists teach about non-attachment. Don't be attached to what's out there. It's only a perception. Do you get that? It's only a perception. Can you remember having a car that you really, really, really loved? I mean, it was the greatest car in the world. And then as it got older, your perception of it changed. Was it the same car, right? Car was still the same car. Your perception of it changed. Better yet, let's bring this into play. This is a good one to bring into play. Have you ever been in a relationship where when you initially got in the relationship, you said, oh my God, this is so great. I have found the perfect person. And then a month, 2, 3, 6, 12, 18 months, maybe 30 years go by. All of a sudden, you don't have those same feelings. Why? Your perception changed. Here's a key thing we have to remember. Life is always changing. The more we experience, the more we learn, the more change we'll see because our perception has changed. You getting where I'm coming from? It's never going to stay the same. You can't go back. You can't go back and start living again from where you were. It's impossible. And yet we want to go back. It's like we want to go back to what it was like before COVID. We'll never go back to that. The world now is changing faster and faster and faster than ever. And we must learn to be flexible. Flexible in how we perceive it, flexible that we become more aware, flexible that we question everything. Because if we don't, We'll become very depressed. We'll have anxiety because without flexibility, you become rigid. And when the storm hits you, you break. So I haven't said it, but I see all of you checking in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, morning to all of you. Thank you for checking in. I just got on a roll. I had to get out my roll today because this is what popped up for me in meditation. I'm saying, I'm there in meditation. Why doesn't this person see it the way I see it? Oh, it's because they're unique. They've had all these different experiences. It's like, here's something that I teach. I teach that relationships can be really, 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 really easy. Why? Because that's my experience. Not always, but with my wife and my children, for the most part, very easy. But yet I realize other people haven't had the same experience I have. So for them, relationships may be very, 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 very challenging. Some people would rather be alone than be in relationship. Some people would want to just be in relationship all the time. Here's what I like. I like both. I like being alone and I like being in relationship. I like the balance of it. Gladwin is out there, and Gladwin asked a very simple question. How do you create relationships? Good question. It's a real good question. So Gladwin, I'll give you a start. If you look at the description of what I put in today's podcast here, you'll find there's a link. Tomorrow I'm doing a workshop on how to debunk the meaning of love. And Gladwin, guess what? This one's free. That'll get you started. It's a really good place to start. It's the best place to start. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. Also, you'll find a link for a Telegram account. Anyone can join it. It's Agape's. And what you do is you communicate with each other. You text back and forth. You put things in. You share good ideas. You share good mojos. You ask questions. I love this. Jackie, what's with the secret number of 23? 23 years with the first husband was not easy because she was being controlled. Second husband, 23 years, not being controlled, free to be yourself. How wonderful. Well, look at that, 23 and 23, one way, one the other. You've had balance, haven't you? That's a good thing. The key thing is never give up on yourself. Never give up on your uniqueness. Never give up on being the better you. And the better you is based on what you decide that is, not what anyone else decides that is. You were not brought here on this planet to please anyone. Can you get that? You were not brought to please anyone. So as you go about, the thing that popped into my mind today as I was doing meditation this morning by myself and then with the group this morning, a lot of people, we talk about speaking the truth. Do you know what the truth is most of the time? Most of the time. Because the truth is something that would apply to everyone. It's not changeable. Here's my answer. I don't know. I don't know. I have opinions. I have feelings. I have ideas, but I don't know. Ian says, when you get these thoughts through meditation or throughout the day, do you write them down? Sometimes I've got a journal. Sometimes, you know what I do, Ian? I just talk about them. Here's something I've learned. When you learn something, the greatest way to really embed it within you is to teach it. So when I'm on these talks with you, I'm teaching. When I do all my classes, I'm teaching. When I do my Sunday services, I'm teaching. I'm forever, ever using the new ideas, or it's not really new ideas, the new perspective on ideas, because this is something that I've learned. There are no new ideas out there. All the ideas that have ever been thought, they're all out there. They've been thought. But the perspective in which you look at them, the perspective in which you grasp them, that's unique. And it's going to be different because all the people that are listening right now and will listen to this will hear a completely different message. We'll hear a completely different message. I may have an intention. This is what I want you to hear. Doesn't matter what my intention is. You're going to hear what you're going to hear no matter what I do. So what I try to do is I give you the best I've got. I try to give it to you from many perspectives. The perspective I'm trying to anchor in with you today is be empathetic because you don't know what the other person that you're with or you're viewing is experiencing. And as opposed to being right today, why don't you try just to be, I don't know, and see what new wisdom comes to you? Because if you know something, you can't receive any new wisdom. You blocked out any new ideas. But if you're open, infinite wisdom that is within you, that's available to you, it will show itself. And it will show itself based on what you're able to receive, not what you're not able to receive. You won't even see that. You won't even know that. You won't even hear it if you're not able to receive it, because you can only progress at a level. And I know I'm saying that a lot of people believe in quantum leaps. I just don't. I've just not seen the thing about it is. And I think that if you set too high of an unrealistic expectation, you're going to go into a deep state of depression. Why do that? Set realistic expectations. Stretch, but realistic. I can achieve it. Anyway, I've given you a bit to think about today, and that's my job because that's what I've determined my job to be. If you haven't signed up for the workshop, I'd love to have you in it tomorrow. It's going to be great. There'll be, 20, 30, 40 people. So with that, and you'll be able to talk to me. We'll be able to see each other. So know that I love you because I accept you just the way you are. Until next time, everyone, aloha.